For 1,000 years, the old dragon had watched over the shattered remains of the planet Valoria, a once thriving world now reduced to ash and stone. His wings, once powerful enough to stir tempests, now hung low with age. Time had burned many of his kind away, but he had endured, guarding the last fragment of magic left in the galaxy, the Dragonheart, a crystalline orb the size of a human skull. It pulsed with ancient energy, glowing with both fire and memory. The Dragonheart was life, it was legacy, and it was dangerous. The old dragon named Etherin, in the language of fire, had vowed never to give it away. Not to the greedy, nor to the desperate, nor to the powerful. But then, she came. She arrived in a broken shuttle, crash landing just beyond the scorched cliffs. A young human girl, no older than 17. Clothes torn, face smudged with soot, eyes burning with a quiet intensity. She called herself Lyra. Etherin had observed many humans in his long life, some noble, many cruel, but none like her. She limped into his lair without fear, as though she belonged there. "You are not afraid of me?" he rumbled. She shook her head. "I've seen worse than fire." Intrigued, the dragon listened. Lyra told him of Earth's collapse, of the Terran diaspora, and the wars among stars. She claimed she was only a scavenger, searching ruins for tech and hope. But Etherin sensed something more, something buried. Her presence stirred the winds. Her gaze made the Dragonheart. Days passed. She asked questions about dragons, about magic, about war. She touched the cracked walls of his ancient home with reverence, as if remembering a place she'd never seen before. And then came the night of the comet. Etherin knew it was time. "I am dying," he told her, coiling around the Dragonheart. "My fire dims, my purpose ends, but this..." He pushed the glowing orb forward. "This can be yours. It will bond to your soul, burn in your chest. It will make you more than human if your heart is true." Lyra knelt before him, trembling. "Why me?" "Because the stars called you here, and my fire knows you." He pressed the Dragonheart to her chest. It sank into her like water into sand. Her scream echoed through the valley, a shriek not of pain, but awakening. And in that moment, Etherin saw. Visions poured into his ancient mind. A different war, a different time. Not magic, but machinery. A battlefield, cold and metallic. At its center stood a figure draped in void-black armor, her eyes glowing violet. Her name had been whispered through galaxies. Zalrai, the Unmaker, a Warlord, who brought the first collapse. It was her. Lyra was Zalrai reborn. No. The dragon whispered, shrinking back. "What have I done?" Lyra rose, her hair floating, eyes blazing violet, but her voice was still human, still Lyra. "I didn't remember. Not until now. But I'm not her," she said. "Not anymore." "You carry her soul," Etherin hissed. "The warlord who enslaved worlds, who shattered suns." "I know," she whispered. "And I also remember what ended her." The Dragonheart pulsed within her chest. A fire fused with darkness. Lyra turned, her gaze skyward, toward the stars. "She died betrayed, alone, but I have a second chance. Your gift, it's not a weapon. It's redemption." Etherin wanted to believe, but fear gnawed at his ancient heart. You could become her again. One spark. And everything burns. She stepped forward and rested a hand on his claw. "I choose not to." The old dragon, with all his centuries, knew he couldn't stop her now, not with the Dragonheart awakened. But in her voice was not the coldness of Zalrai, but the tremble of someone fighting herself. The galaxy wouldn't understand. The humans might never trust her. The aliens who remembered her name would surely try to kill her again. But she was no longer just human, nor entirely alien. She was something new, something born of fire and war, and perhaps, just perhaps, she could be the key to a future neither side had dared imagine. Etherin exhaled a plume of smoke, feeling the last ember of his life flicker. "Out. I gave you fire," he said. "What you do with it?" is your legend to write. And then the old dragon closed his eyes for the final time. Above his still form, Lyra stood alone, fire dancing in her veins, memories of galaxies etched into her bones. The stars were silent, but her heart burned.